I'm told already that we've reached the end of those 2 days. It goes fast. I tried my best to summarize the first day of the conference in my introduction today, so let me try to summarize the second day. If you were not with us earlier today, Glenn and Zoe gave a very inspiring keynote on a whole new kind of remedy that agencies could consider to force new governance structures. We then explored the findings of researchers using computational tools, namely tools to detect whether or not the European Commission is protectionist, tools to detect collusion through abnormal market behaviors, and tools to tackle killer acquisitions. Natalie and Daniel gave a demo on what they are developing and what their companies are pushing in the space, not to replace antitrust lawyers, but to help and augment those antitrust lawyers and experts. And the very last panel of the day looked at computational antitrust from a 360 degrees. Now, the last time that I tried a 360 was while skiing, and I can tell you it did not end as well as this panel, whose transcript will be a gold mine. So the question now is, where do we go from there? And I guess there are, for me, two ways to answer the question. First, I can be very practical. I could tell you that we have presented you in those last 2 days with several papers that we will be publishing very soon on our website, computationalantitrust.com. We will continue to publish papers next year. We will publish an open access database with all the computational tools that are relevant to competition lawyers, something we've been working on in the last couple of weeks. We will also publish a new annual report in which we ask contribution from competition agencies. Last year, we had 26 competition agencies explaining what they do in the space, and we have the intention of publishing another of those reports and to organize a conference around the report, hopefully at the OECD or elsewhere. We also want to expand on our podcasts with many more episodes coming your way on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so on and so forth. And of course, we'll be back with an annual conference. Now, and I will finish there, there is for me a second way to answer the question as to what are the next steps. From, shall we say, a more substantive point of view, the way I see it, we do not need anymore to focus all of our efforts on convincing that computational tools can be helpful. The point has been made. We received numerous requests from agencies to guide them in the fields. In fact, we have 66 competition agencies in the project. And just last year, we had discussions, I counted them, with over 50 of those competition agencies. So now I think that we need to go in two directions. One, we need to keep on working and documenting what computational antitrust can do from a technical point of view. Two, we need to start drafting clear legal rules that address the technical limitations of those tools, such as discrimination, the limits in the ability to predict what's going on in the market, and so on. And we will do just that. As the late Charlie Munger once said, show me the incentives and I'll show you the results. Now, I think it's fair to say that the incentives to use computational tools are enormous, and as a result, computational antitrust flourishes. The incentive, on the other hand, to provide a clear legal framework are, shall we say, less strong. So I suggest that we increase those incentives. One way to do that is to foster transparency, and importantly, very importantly, to reward the most transparent institutions, companies, law firms, etc. So in 2024, we are going to focus on transparency in the context of computational antitrust. Once more, be sure to follow us on social media and to subscribe to our newsletter. Thank you all so very much for tuning in. It warms my heart and the hearts of the entire team who have put a tremendous effort in organizing this conference and in running the project to see you all in this room today. So thank you very much. Take care of yourself, and if you can, someone else too. Bye-bye.